My intentions. Oh, so we'll just do intentions and distractions. Welcome to your GIVeconomy sync. It's March 2nd, I think. Yeah, it's March 2nd. My intentions for the call are to talk at all about Uni v3 APR if we need to figure out the max or if there's anything to work out. Go through any issues on the board, check in about regen farms, and then if we have time after all that, just to kind of like hack through some nuances of give power, maybe just take the time for that. But go through everything else first. I'm not distracted. I'm just tired, and I'll pass it to Griff. You want to go?
Yeah, I'm excited to see regen farms. That's what I'm here for, and also just talk about anything else that we need to discuss. No major intentions. As far as distractions, I have a new laptop. Yay, home office upgrade, and I'm kind of like still making Discord work on it, so I'm playing some games over there. But I'll pass it to Amin.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, I'm excited to demonstrate what we have done till now for Region Farm. Not much progress from the last week because we were so involved in the US DAF version 2 to make it complete. I and Shurik actually have been involved there. And my intention for this call is to see what we should do next and make a balance between the GIVE's application, GIVE's DAF version 2 and GIVeconomy because we didn't have much resource last week. People were off, and yes, that's the reason I and Shurik couldn't spend much time on GIVeconomy. And the next week also, I don't know, I think we don't have everyone. Again, Pedro and Matthew are off for days. And that's it. I pass it to Paula.
Yeah, I'm live. Okay. So hi everyone. So I'm excited to see what's going on because unfortunately I've been sick. I know I said I got better last week, but I had to take a few more days off. So that's my distraction. I have to do surgery on Friday, but it's not super serious, but it's still a little annoying. And my intentions are to figure out where we are with GIVeconomy, specifically with Uni v3, because that was a task that was on me, and how we're going to take care of that. See where we are with regen farms and see what's next, like what's rolling beyond the hill, so to speak. So that's it. And I will pass it on to Cherik.
Yeah, thank you, Paula. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good evening. My intention is to sync up and talk about Region Farm because, as I'm told, we are busy with GIVeStat version 2. Today, I start some tasks, but we have not much progress on that. Just some improvement on the staking cards. But I hope I can finish them UI things soon, maybe tonight or tomorrow morning. I hope. I have not distractions. I pass it to Mohammed.
Hey everyone! In the last week, I finally did something for GIVeconomy. I finished up the retroactive issue for getting non-eligible donations in Giveback and like that. But I mostly worked on the dApps. My intention is to sync up with others, and I have no distraction. I pass it to Ashley.
Hey everyone. My intentions for the call, I wanted to stream and also just be here if there are any questions, but I am kind of working on other things on the side, so I'm slightly distracted by that, but I'm here to add value wherever I can. And I will pass it to Monique.
Hello, guys. I'm just here to listen, sync up with you about the resource planning and side effects of the product. To that, pass it back to Lauren.
Great. Is that everybody? Let me check. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. Cool. Thanks, everybody. It's always great doing the check-ins because I'm always like, cool, this is what we have to talk about today. So a couple of things came up just right off the bat. I mean, the UniV3 and the regen farms. So as far as I know, the UniV3, we have the average and we have the minimum, but Pavli was still working on the maximum. And since he was sick, maybe, I don't know if Amin, you made any progress. Can we just do like a quick sync of where we're at with that?
No, I didn't. I wait for the number.
Oh, okay. Okay, Pavli, so we're still waiting on you.
Okay, so maybe we can. I mean, how about you and I just have a sit down and I can walk you through what I've done, and we just finish this if you have the time, because I'm not really sure I'll be able to finish this on my own. We had some discussion as to how we can implement this, but I will still need some help. I think if the two of us pair up, we could finish this relatively quickly if it's okay with you.
I don't have any issue for. I don't have problem, but I'm wondering whether we have the logic of finding it. Have we investigated how we can obtain the value of liquidity in a price range? If we have the logic, we can implement it in everywhere. Otherwise, maybe it takes a long time to find it out in a session.
I'll give everybody the update of where I left things at. So I've come up with some formula that I can share. I'll share it in the GIVeconomy channel. I put in a repo in the Giveth organization. It's a Python script that's supposed to calculate the liquidity for the total amount of give, the total amount of ETH in the in range, and I haven't been able to verify if it's correct. So I haven't written I haven't tested it out with the farms just to make sure that everything is okay. But I think it checks out. Based on that, we should be able to complete the maximum. So that's where we left things off.
Do you know what was the value? How much was that? Does it make sense? The value that you obtained in comparison with the whole liquidity in a range, range.
I can run it and we can find out. I think it made sense, but I need to check. Like, I can check in a few minutes and I can tell you if it makes sense. It did at the time, as far as I understand, but yeah, that's where we're at. I can check against Uniswap info, so that should be pretty straightforward.
So just to have a clear understanding, is it Pavli, you want to basically pass this formula to Amin to check over it because you won't be able to work on it?
No, I think that basically the formula is done. We just need to check it. I think the two of us, like, I can help him integrate it because he's more meshed with the code base. That's a bad word. He understands the code base better, and we talked about like one or two places we can put it in, either in the subgraph or directly in the front end. There are multiple ways we can implement this, but it's still not 100% and physically and mentally, and at the same time, if Amin has the time, then the two of us can finish this, I think, much better than just me on my own.
Are you able to meet him, Amin, this week? Or
yeah, tomorrow I have time. Tomorrow I can do it.
Okay. Cool. So you guys
can you do it tomorrow, Paula?
Absolutely, I am at your service.
Great.
No, thank you.
Cool. So if it works out, I mean, if it looks right, then just let us know and we can check it and test it. We can add it to the same like tooltip once it's done. We could be like the average is blah blah blah, the maximum is blah blah blah. So let me know if it's good, and I can write the wording for that.
You know, I think we should improve the UI because I know not everybody go over the heart and see the tooltip. We should say somewhere.
We should display something. We should display, for example, the average APR and have a star, in my opinion.
What do you think,
Like a
Griff?
big asterisk that says, "Hey."
I know Griff has strong opinions, so I'm asking.
I personally think it should show the range. It should show the smallest and the biggest, and then we display the average as a tooltip with the explanation. That's what I would do.
Okay, so we have a range here instead of the heart, and then as you mouse over it, it explains.
Yeah, it gives the explanation and says that the average is this.
Okay.
Yeah, that's our original idea. I'm just worried that the maximum value is very difficult to achieve, but it can be actually very high. So the range, when you look at it, it might be a little. Oh, it's been 100% and 10,000%. Somebody looks at it, and pardon my French, be like, "What is this Mickey Mouse crap? What is this?"
And then they mouse over. That makes them want to mouse over.
I mean, that's the thing. We have to see what this number is, and then understand what it ends up being, and then make the decision.
I don't know. I'm not the UX person. Like, I guess you're right. I agree.
I mean, yeah. Once we have the numbers, then we can see how ridiculous it is. If it's like 10 million%, you know, then yeah, maybe we won't do that. If it's 20K, I've seen that before. You know, good old goose finance or whatever. So we can, you know, it's not so ridiculous.
Okay. Cool. Well, all right, that's fine then. So anyway, I made an issue that's like, all right, let's figure it out.
The one, okay, so just on the UniV3 topic, I mean, is it possible? It's possible for us to turn off UniV3 rewards, right?
Turn off UniV3 rewards?
Yeah, like we could basically remove because like it's starting to cost a lot of money to kick off the middle finger guy. Like it's you know, it was a good temporary solution, but it's starting to be a little bit too much. So we can keep it going for a while, but battling the middle finger guy is a lot of work. So we might want to consider. Honestly, what I would suggest is that we just reduce the rewards. But to do that, I think we'd have to turn it off, right?
You know, the protocol exists there because we have created an incentive. And we in advance say that the range, the time, the start time, end time, the reward amount. I'm thinking whether we can play with the, you know, upgrade the token reward smart Uniswap reward the smart contract because it's upgradable. Let's see. Yeah, we can manipulate that. Otherwise, well, we cannot turn off the incentive on the Uniswap staker.
Well, not on the Uniswap staker, but the Uniswap staker is sending this token, right? And then the token is connected to the token itself is a distro or is a distributor. Like we could
the distributor.
We could remove the distributor, right? We could just like they could go ahead and play it and get those tokens, and UniV3 would just not give them anything because we just make the token. Do we take away the token's power of calling the distro?
We cannot remove assign. We can upgrade the smart contract to do nothing.
Yeah, we can just can't we just remove the distributor like as like with the multisig?
Yeah, is another solution. Yeah.
And then we could give it new tokens, redeploy, and give do another incentive with Uniswap v3 if we so desire.
What do you want to replace the current Uniswap with? You said with two?
I think that we would want to debate it. Honestly, I don't. I think that Uni v3 as is great if we had less rewards. The rewards are just too high, for concentrated liquidity. And I actually like incentivizing Uni v3. I would want to analyze it more fully and like give it some hours and talk to a few other people about it. But I actually really like that we can incentivize this concentrated liquidity. It's just we need to, we can't be rewarding 100,000% APR,
Yeah. Although the problem is that we have an attacker that very specifically targets and exploits the staker contract. So I'm not sure how, like, we can reduce the rewards, but we'll still have the same issue, which is there's somebody who knows how the game works and they just are willing to play it ruthlessly. So,
I think if the rewards don't make it like lucrative enough for him, either he won't do it or it won't matter.
yeah, I guess you have a point.
Well, I can sell, I get lots of rewards. I can sell them. Currently he's not in range. I can check it. I can make him not be in range. But removing that is a solution, of course. You should pay gas and, so as you said, we want to replace the Uniswap v2 as far as I understood?
No,
right?
I think that we should consider turning it off. Not this week, but maybe next week, and just talk about that. We would need to do a vote anyway to turn it off, and then
without any alternative, right? Without any alternative.
Yeah, while considering alternatives. I see Willie unmuted a few times. I'm curious of what your thoughts.
Yeah, I support turning it off. I think we have a good justification to turn it off, which is that it's being gamed and abused. We tried to do it, and now that it's being abused and there's not a good solution, we've explored solutions. I do think turning it off is probably the right move. But we should be wary of how much liquidity is in there and what the side effects of that could be. Fortunately, we have single-sided staking options and stuff, which should help capture a lot of the liquidity that unstakes. But yeah, as far as alternative goes, we talked about the Angel Vault. I think the Angel Vault is a great solution for us to still have concentrated liquidity on Uniswap v3, but incentivize just the buy side. So I actually think it will be a better solution when we are ready for it. And we can get those conversations started with Ichi. It will take a bit. We need to have like one give and then launch the Angel Vault, but I think it'll definitely be worth it. It'll be cheaper than paying off middle tick. And will give us not only concentrated liquidity on Uniswap v3, but it's all on the buy side. And so you can incentivize people just depositing one give, and we can create a huge buy wall on Uniswap v3.
Yeah.
For any of these solutions that you have, removing the role of the token distro, it's Uniswap reward token and the token distro, and also upgrading that to do nothing. It's my solution. Both of them, people who have staked till now will lose their reward.
Oh.
Yeah. I think it's not possible it's not possible for us to get their reward. Make them, make a transaction to pay their reward before destroying everything.
What if we just got people, because they would need to claim, right? That's it. The people would need who are earning
Yeah,
money.
but how we can reach out to everyone and say claim, we want to make.
Twitter, we yell it on all the platforms. We're going to turn off this thing because it's being abused. Please claim your rewards. We're turning off on this date, and I'll be like naggy and say it every day for like a week, you know?
And we can also look at the addresses that are currently using it, and anyone who's on the give drop list, we can reach out to them.
Yeah. Also, apparently you can message people on Etherscan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's true.
Did you guys, we had talked about doing retroactive like rewards for people who didn't get the full Uniswap V3 rewards. Were we still exploring that?
Forum post's still there. It just hasn't seen much action.
Because then if, even if everyone doesn't get their rewards, we could at least do the drop. We could drop them like what they actually were supposed to earn too. If we did that, then it might not be a big deal, because I think Amin has a point. We can blast it on Twitter and stuff, but there's still going to be people that don't unstake, and it's not a good experience, and it's hard to know how many people.
I mean, can we analyze the subgraph to understand who has been staking and how many rewards they've gotten?
We can get who has a stake, for every position. No, when we stake the position, the owner will be Uniswap staker, right? But hopefully in Uniswap, we track who has a stake. We know who is the staker of each position, each staked position. And we can calculate the reward by calling network directly. And I'm very curious how we can message people on Etherscan. It's fun.
I don't know. Griff told me you can. I don't know how, but I was like,
that's a new feature that's been advertised. Yeah, I haven't tried it.
There's a chat feature. I've tried it. I think I messaged Ashley. I think Ashley and I had a quick discussion.
Oh, did it work?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh. So everyone who has MetaMask will receive the message.
No, unfortunately, it's not pushed. It's not pushed. So you have to go to Etherscan to look. So it's not like
So it's not
a pop up with, hey, guess what? Someone talked to you. It's more like you have to go look to see if you received a chat.
So it's not private, right? Yeah, it's not private. I can see the message for everyone.
No, I do think you have to connect your wallet to be able to see your messages.
That doesn't sign a message. So I can claim everyone.
Yeah, I think so. I have to assume so. I have to assume that a super shadowy coder like you could probably see anybody's.
Nice, funny.
Because I don't remember signing a message.
You do have to log in. Let's see. I'm on it right now. Yeah, you have to connect your wallet, and then you have to sign a message to be able to see your.
Oh, you do?
VPN.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
That would be funny if just anyone could see it. Yeah. Because they already had that with the comments feature. This is better.
Yeah, this is better. Okay, so sorry for the tangent, but I think that we should probably start making progress towards turning off UniV3, and we need to make a vote to do it. And I don't know, Mitch, you're our DAO maestro. Do you think that you'd be able to make a vote happen on this with Snapshot?
Yeah, it just seems like a yes/no.
Yep.
And then
just a yes/no, abstain.
And then
we need a forum post explaining.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we could use the current forum. Isn't there a current forum post with
the retroactive?
There's the UniV3 APRs are off.
If you want to write the forum post and everything's going on, Mitch, you can, or I can write it, or I can help you.
I'll just write it.
Okay.
It's fine.
Thanks, buddy.
The only question that I have is in the worst case, if we just leave things running, how long does the UniV3 incentive campaign last? Or is it something that needs to be reached
until June?
Until June.
End of June.
6 months.
Yeah.
In the beginning. Yeah.
So we're halfway there. Less.
So Yeah. Okay. So I think so far this is the only solution. I'll take a look to see if we can do something else. So far, you've described seems to be the only solution to kind of do a nice rug pull.
Yeah. Okay, so
But I'm still, he's not in range, and his liquidity is not in range, and we can still keep him out of range.
yeah, but it's really
Is it
expensive.
necessary to do it?
Kirch has been doing it and helping, and it costs tons of ETH, and it's like a big pain, and it's everyday fighting, and it's just been like tons of money to keep pushing this guy out of range because he's been making a buttload of rewards, so it's been actually like worthwhile for him to like keep pushing on it.
And he just dumps the give. You know, he just dumps the give. If he were a friendly person and was like trying to get more give for himself, that would be one
So
thing.
he could really vote in the gardens.
Yeah. And now, and honestly, I'm becoming a huge centralization risk at this point. Like, I don't really like how much give I have, and I don't know how to get rid of it. Like, I don't want to sell it. So it's becoming an issue. Like, this is another just like economy issue. I have way too much give, guys. Like, so we're gonna.
Well, you should have started paying people in give instead of stables.
Yeah, it's an economy thing, right? And I'm hoping that with one of the things that Willie's been doing is these success tokens. And honestly, I'm hoping that I can use my give tokens to fund the success token because instead of the DAOs, because I just have way too much and I shouldn't have this.
So if we keep the token price lower, he's selling the token and keep it lower. Then every time, we can collect the Ethereum, and when he created a lower position with lower price range, we buy give again, and so he said that it doesn't work.
It works. It's just then I end up with way too much give, and that's not really what we're trying to build here. So, and then along with the payrolls and stuff like that, like the payrolls, it's not so crazy, but payrolls plus OTC plus buying UniV3, it's becoming too much. So, but I think that there are ways to get rid of it, specifically the success tokens, and with all the OTC money that has been accumulating. And these success tokens are really cool. They're like, and I think it's something that I want to push forward once we have another product manager, as well as the one Ichi stuff.
Cool. Yeah, but can we summarize this UniV3 problem? So it's like steps are we need to put up a vote, and we need to put up a forum post explaining the issue, and then a vote whether or not to turn off UniV3. And then we also need to analyze the subgraph to see who's staking, and then determine if it's like tons of people or if they're on their give drop list, and if we can feasibly like reach out to them to tell them to claim. Is that also, am I right? And then
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then like once we gather that data, depending on how people vote, either we reach out to them and then we like shut it off. So it's kind of like Amin has a task to check out the subgraph and Mitch has a task to work on the forum post, and that's where we are right now.
Yeah.
I mean, let's think after this about the goals of the subgraph. In my opinion, we should find out what every person's average APR was, and then bring it up to a point, something.
We have the average APR right now. What do you mean?
I mean, every individual's average APR.
Every individual. It's because the position value is changed, and sometimes Ethereum is more, sometimes Give is more, so average APR calculation is very hard.
Okay. We just need to sync on it probably tomorrow.
Okay, that's okay.
I can be in that call too if you want.
Okay, cool. I'll try to make something happen early. Okay, that's it.
By the way, we should get the reward of everyone when we want to turn it off. So just we don't need to put much effort reaching out to everyone one by one. Just creating some posts in our posts on Twitter or somewhere that people see it. They should know that we will turn it off, and they will have time later to get their money. But yeah, and we will pay them their reward.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
But I'm afraid it creates lots of conversation, discussion by support team. Everyone reach out why I have get that many, and we should convince all of them.
That's why I think it's really important that we have like this forum post very clearly outlining the entire issue and the process that we went through, and then also we reach out to the people, like if we can, if it's not crazy amount, we can reach out to the people who are staking. And so it's like the people who are affected are kind of small. And then we'll also publish it on Twitter. We could even write, I don't know. I don't think we should write a blog about it. Maybe.
I have a solution. We can divide the reward. If it's huge, we can divide it. And in the front end, we know that it's divided. In the reward token, currently we allocate one by one. What value that a Uniswap staker tells us to pay, we allocate that amount on token distro. We can make it half, we can make it 1/3, and keep the Uniswap staker, and the front end even change the value and say, yeah, that's the reward.
I mean, I would look to make it 1/20.
Yeah, we can do it.
Really?
Upgrade the token, the reward token, smart contract, and when there is a transfer, we divide it. Just that.
But that would also do it retroactively for everyone too, who hasn't claimed, right?
That's a good point. We can calculate and airdrop them.
Yeah. I think we should just turn it off and then figure out what to do, honestly. Yeah, and give people an exact moment when they know it's going to be turned off, and then we can always start it back up. But it's just I think we need more thought to decide, and we'll have time during this vote. We can all vote no if we come up with a better solution during the time of the vote.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to take at least 5 days for advice, and then the vote, like 5 days or a week, I think it stays open.
Yeah.
So minimum 10 days.
Minimum 10 days for a vote?
Well, 5 days advice, 5 days for the vote to be open. According to our governance
I don't know if we really need advice process for this, because we've already had a lot of advice process for this.
We could.
I mean, internally we did.
But we could use the current forum post. That's like UniV3, and use that as the advice process.
It seems like we're circumventing it.
Yeah, but we've been talking about it for like a month.
Where?
Like in all these calls, and like who honestly is really going to be interacting with that forum?
I don't know. It seems like something that would affect a lot of people outside these calls.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, like, if you weren't in the calls, you weren't in the know, and then it's like, oh, they're setting up the UniV3 thing, and we don't get any advice on it, and we just put it straight to a snapshot vote. Like, I wonder if the biggest stakers, the biggest people that are going to be affected, necessarily are in this call.
Are the snapshot votes they take 10 days, or is that a DAO vote?
No, the snapshot, I think it was 5 days, the duration, if I was looking at it.
Okay.
But I mean, just based, like, we just had this discussion about advice process and all this stuff. So it's like, we're just going to hijack a forum post that's not necessarily relevant and then like call it advice process. Like,
Well, maybe this is something that came out of the advice process, right? The brainstorming for how to address it. I also remember on Monday we talked about if there is like a proposal that needs to be moved quickly and stuff, we could just explain that. I don't know. This does seem like there's a bona fide reason to move quickly on it, because basically we're getting gamed and abused. But yeah,
yeah,
I hear you.
sure. But yeah, it's just like considering that the most affected parties have enough time to like read, understand, and respond.
I like your advice process, Mitch, and I think that it's a good voice, and we need to practice it more. I don't think this is like a very gray area. We're being economically attacked, and we could pull emergency powers if we needed to.
Yeah, for sure.
But we can probably survive 10 days of 5-day advice process and a 5-day.
If there is a way to measure objectively the impact this has on the give economy, that would be great. Because so far, it's understandable that this is like a fight and this is something that has happened, and this person, whoever they are, has dumped give tokens and hurt the economy previously, and we are mitigating it. But if we just need to explain to ourselves and to the rest of the community the cost of this mitigation effort that is necessary. I don't think the problem is necessarily explaining that the mitigation is something that needs to happen because it has to happen. Otherwise, this one asshole, sorry, pardon my French, is going to take all the give. And why is this the way to go? Why is this the best possible solution? This is the one thing that we might need advice on, and I agree that it's good for some other people to come in and pitch in with ideas. That's just my opinion, though.
Well, at any rate, we have enough info to draft a forum post, so that can happen. But yeah, I think even if we did expedite it, I wouldn't do it under 3 days. Just like Pavle said, someone might have a different idea that's not necessarily here.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Okay, cool. So, Mitch, when you're done with that forum post, feel free to ask, because I don't know if you were in the station. We've had a lot of calls on this, but feel free to ask any questions if you need any help.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think we can really move on from this, unless there's any major blockers. We're doing a forum post. We're checking to see who's staking. We're going from there. Cool. Okay, cool. Let's touch on regen farms. Regen farms. I know probably not too much has gotten done since last week. Have you guys had a chance to work on this at all? I know you've been busy with V2 of the DApp, which is super fun. But I have a couple of questions. First, if we've moved on to tackling any of the front end of it, or if you've made any more progress, but I thought the back end was already done. Oh, you're on mute.
Yeah, backend is done. I created a Fox stream. I created a Fox and Honey test, of course. Cool. It's the flow. Can you open the repository of liquidity mining dApp. There is some PR and the preview link.
What's it called?
I don't know how to go from here. Let's send you. Let's open the repo directly. Yeah, let's send you
How do I
there.
do that? I have to go to regular GitHub. What do I even do here? Head of Zen Hub? Issues? This?
No. The repo. I'm sending you.
I sent the link for you.
Yeah, I sent you.
This?
Yes,
You
yes,
sent me?
exactly. Yeah. Go down, scroll down, please, and yeah, there is a preview link. Yeah, that's it. If you connect your wallet, connect.
Yeah, it just takes a moment.
Oh yeah. Switch to XDAI, please. Yeah. Go down. You don't have anything at stake there?
Here? No.
Yeah.
What, Lauren?
I
Come
can-
on. What? No Fox
Sorry,
anything? Just kidding.
I'm doing it right now.
You don't have test tokens. I should send you.
Yeah.
Can you send me your wallet address?
Sure.
The APRs are sick.
Let's go.
Yeah.
LFG for sure.
Oh, it just looks so. I'm so happy to see Shapeshift in the Give friends. Even though we got to change it to region farms. I think the mockups were outdated there. That's just a small thing. But I think I consider us Give friends.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow. Learn more links to Mitch's article.
Give me a second to mint you tokens.
Oh, look at this whale.
The
The bonding curve of a meme. I guess the classic is the central bank of a meme. I don't know anyone who prints more money than a meme, honestly.
I like the central bank of a meme so much. Oh, this is far away.
Oh yeah, you can buy some.
I guess I could, if there's any liquidity.
There's gotta be. Someone's making 5,000%.
I don't know. I think Amina's sending it to me right now.
Yeah. You'll have to refresh.
Did you send me already, Amin?
I sent one of them. Let's say another one.
Nice. Oh, I got honey.
Yeah.
How much Fox? 1,000 Fox. Let's do it.
She's aping in.
Yeah. Well, I have 10,000.
It's only 10%. This is so cool.
Yeah, done. Thank you. Yeah, you should have to balance right now. Yeah.
I guess the big thing is, Pavle, have you had a chance to review the deployment?
I didn't create a smart contract. I reused previous ones.
But deployments are just as how it's deployed is just as important as.
I went through it. There's a review up today. This morning I submitted it. It's good. Everything is cool. I had some minor comments that might be approved upon, but you don't really have to change anything right now. It will work just as well. I like that you I like what you've done. It's really good. So kudos.
Nice.
Nice. The transaction went through right now. Just don't need to refresh. It should update itself.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
So you created.
Actually supply?
I think so.
Yeah, your balance has reduced.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Did it pop up? The MetaMask
Yeah,
pop up?
and just signing it.
This is so cool. Well done on keeping scope small and being able to reuse a lot of the work that we've already done. That's really great to take something that we already have and turn it into an epic feature.
Recycling.
So much praise.
Regen, yeah, so much praise. And you're so right. This will be super exciting. It'll be a great update for Giveth to show just progress and stuff, and really cool progress. You know, we're innovating and providing really good value to other projects. And I can't wait for people to see this awesome UI. Now more people are going to see this amazing farming and streaming stuff that you guys have built. So but we need to get more projects in too. Now that we got this awesome stuff, I just DM'd this sneak peek to RN from Gnosis Chain, who I've been shilling this to and saying, hey, if you know any projects on Gnosis Chain that need farming, we got the goods.
Yeah.
Why is it? I just staked. Why doesn't it say?
Yeah, today I don't know why the subgraph index slowly is a little behind the latest block. Refreshing will not change anything. Every 5 seconds we are refreshing from the backend. Just wait a little. I don't. Yeah.
Oh, good. Now I can harvest more. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, liquid fox. Cool. Very cool. Nice. And I'm gonna get a fox per week flow rate of less than 0.001 fox per week in 1 second.
Yeah.
And how do we show off the different streams?
I'm gonna go check that. But I think he did. We need to. I think this is what Cherik needs to work on, but I don't think has had any time for it.
I saw some stream action.
Multiverse.
It's here. Yeah, it's started. It's here.
Yeah, that's good.
Do we call it Regen Stream or?
Yeah, it's the
Regen Streams.
It should be Regen Streams. The mockups are outdated, but there's notes in the issues.
In the issues, yeah. There's a bunch of issues on this that Willie created. Nice. Oh, great! Well, it's great.
And Willie, out of curiosity, do you remember what parameters you're gonna push for Fox, or are you guys
for the stream date? We were gonna match Giveth with going till December 23rd, 2026, and then we were gonna start it whenever the stream starts, basically.
Great.
Nice. And Willie, did you already you already got everything in order with the parameters because I sent you a list of parameters last week of things that we need.
Oh, let me see. I thought we did. Let me see. Where did you send that?
I just DM'd it to you.
Oh, okay.
But I can DM it to you again.
I don't know how I missed that because I responded to like your other message or something. I don't know
we got sidetracked with skiing and soup.
But we have all this information is in the issue.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys have all that information. Stream start time. Great. But the one thing is that it was going to be, assuming that we launched it March 2nd. So I assume we're not going to launch it today, which is totally fine. But yeah, so that's the one piece. The stream start was going to be whenever the farm launches, and then we're going to have 10% initially claimable. And then are we going to be able to do the countdown?
Do you want 10% initially claimable, or do you want the same amount claimable as Giveth?
I think we were going to do 10% so that part of the logic there was that so people don't feel like they're getting in late, I guess. If they come see it, they still feel like they're getting in at the beginning.
Okay, cool.
Willie, I prepared the script. You can also yourself deploy the smart contracts. And you guys buy you will be the owner, you will be the god. So if you need any help, I make it as simple as possible. If you see, just fill a file like this, the green box here. Just fill the parameters and run the script. You should just pass your private key, set the environment variable. I can help you to do that. That's it. It deploys the smart contracts, and you can just give us share with us the addresses, and we can put them in our backend config to index the smart contracts.
I would assume that that Shapeshift would want a multi to be the owner, right?
Yeah, can we have the Gnosis safe deploy?
What I would advise, honestly, is you deploy it with your private key as the owner to start, and then after a couple of days, making sure everything works, we transfer it to a multi-sig. I don't know if you can totally object to that, Willie, but
no. That sounds good to me. We'll have our security guy will review it once the contract's deployed. We'll make sure everything looks good. So yeah, I would prefer Amin to deploy it over me if you can, and then we could transfer ownership to the Shapeshift DAO, the Gnosis safe.
The other option is if you would like your security guy, like I would definitely feel more comfortable if there was like a very, someone very familiar with smart contract security or familiar with the code to deploy. So the other option is if you'd like, we could connect your security guy and Amin, and he could deploy it. That also seems fine to me too.
Okay, let's get on a call with our security guy and and Amin. I think our security guy will be fine with Amin deploying it, but it'll be helpful anyways because he'll want to review it, and probably it'll be helpful for you to at least walk him through it a little bit.
I mean, connecting Amin with other security people in the space is a huge win for me. So, that sounds amazing.
You bet.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Maher, super cool. I think he helped us with some other security question recently too. Oh yeah, when we were getting like the vulnerability closures and stuff like that, and they were claiming that Shapeshift had talked with them. He helped us out. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's a great guy. Let's see. I'll make that DM right now.
Yeah, Larry, I'm working on it.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so for the front end fixes for regen farms, I really think that's kind of like the only next thing, and it's all kind of on Cherik for the most part. Cherik, do you have time for these issues this week? Do you need some help? Like, do I need to organize them a little better, or is there any questions?
I think I'm free from this day, and I have I think 1 week free. When we can approve it. So I think finish all of the issues in the front end for GIVeconomy and update them in Giveth in that version too. So no problem, I think.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. That sounds great. Thank you so much. So I'll try to just make sure that you're at least assigned to the issues that are dealing with front end things. And then if you have any questions, just let me know. And
sure.
Also let us know if there's anything to look at or test.
Sure, thank you. No, I'm implementing the countdown timer for the farms that not started yet. So after that, I can start to give a stream page for the original streams. Yeah.
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 Sounds great. Great. Okay. Cool. So, are there anything else for regen farms that we need to touch on? We only have a few minutes left on this call. Okay, cool. I guess I can. Mohammed, you wanted to update us on this retroactive givebacks you mentioned in your check-in?
Yeah, Lauren, I implemented the web service for Mitch, and he had some comments for changing the name of the CSV file, and I fixed that. I think it's okay. But if Mitch has some comments, he can say it to me to fix it.
but I think it's okay.
Cool. So that means we basically have all the data that we need to actually make these retroactive givebacks happen, right? We just need someone to kind of like go through and review the list or turn it into like actual spreadsheet data.
I guess so. I don't know exactly the requirements, but with my understanding, I think it's okay. But it's not a problem. If you think you need more data or something different, I can add it. Just tell me in the issue or
Mitch, have you been keeping tabs on this issue?
Yeah, I mean, it seems fine based on the requirements that we said. And then everything you can just import as a CSV into a Google spreadsheet.
So do we want to actually do that? Like for when we do the next round of givebacks, do we want to also do the retroactive givebacks? Or when's the best time to actually make this happen?
We need to vote on it, right?
Whether or not we do retroactive givebacks?
Yeah, I mean, I think at least NR Give or wherever the tokens are coming from. I mean, who's providing the tokens?
Isn't it coming from the token distro?
Yeah, I would imagine so, right? Seems like it.
Or is that going to screw us over?
Well, but if it comes from the token distro, it's still coming from either NR Give allocating it from the token distro, or it's coming from somebody owns those tokens in the token distro, So
it has to be
somewhere.
I think NR Give makes more sense.
I think so too.
Because it's like what we thought of as a team even before we launched the economy to do. So it's like we take it out of our.
Well, yeah, and the NR Give has the distributor, so that would be the only way to do it anyway.
Yeah, and that's where we're currently like also distributing the givebacks from.
So I think it's one of those things, kind of like turning off UniV3. DAOs just have to move slow, so everyone, it's like go fast alone or go far together kind of thing. We have to we should have a forum post that reports the things. That's already up though, right? No, it's just a GitHub
there's
issue.
No, there's nothing.
So I think we have to follow the same process: forum post, advice process 5 days, and then vote in NR Give.
Yeah, the NR Give vote will take 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's just the voting app that controls the distributor agent.
Don't both voting apps?
Oh wait, we changed it. Yeah, we changed it. So now both do. I mean, we could do 5 days.
Yeah.
Let me just.
I think that's fine.
That. No, it's just the one, I think.
Do you want to make this forum post, Mitch?
Sure.
Thank you, Mitch.
Yeah, it's just the one that controls it. The 24-hour.
It's only the 24-hour? It's not both?
No, only the GiveBack distribution voting app can execute action.
Hey everyone, we are at the top of the hour. Top of the hour. Cool. I mean, sorry, I just totally interrupted you. Okay. But I mean, we went over one of the I want. I'll just bug Graham. But yeah, cool. If you guys have any questions on Region Farms, the UniV3 stuff, or anything coming up, feel free to reach out and we can deal with it async. But thank you everybody for coming and have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, Lauren.
Thanks, Lauren. Thanks, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Thank you. Bye.